Okay, so we need floor 15, and we need Schleem, and we need floor 25.
Yep, we need Dive to get here. Where did we get
Schleem?
Dive?
I don't know, Schleem.
That's not what I meant. Where did we get the move Dive? Because of
Solar Cave?
Did we get it from Solar Cave? I don't remember. But if we needed,
I can look it up if you really want to know.
If we needed to get the move Dive, then that could have explained why we might have gone to one of these places. But obviously it wouldn't have been Grand C because we needed the move Dive to get there.
No, Solar Cave has like 3 HMs in it. Hi, buddy. You did a good job. We're proud of you.
Someday you might go on an adventure, but not today.
Yeah, you can't actually recruit Corsola here, even though you get, or not Corsola, Crayola, Clampearl. Also, this is a plain ribbon. It does nothing. I think it sells for like 50 Poke.
Huh. Alright.
I'm going to turn on. Now I'll leave non-sleeper on. Hi, Tentacool.
We can recruit you.
We can. Probably. Why not?
Yeah, I mean, once again, the only reason to not recruit things is if we're trying to...
That guy looks like a hipster, Tim. Just a little bit. Sorry, to derail. You guys are gonna have to take my word on this.
Oh, Wingull!
Hi, Wingull.
I do really like Wingull. It'll be really disappointing now if we have to get rid of him because we find a Kecleon.
I know what I want.
Is it Arceus?
I'll do something entirely different. Delicious.
Endive?
Uh-huh. It's because he's tasty. I was thinking about peppers, and I didn't know what I wanted to do with pepper, so I just changed vegetables.
Is Endive a kind of pepper?
No, it's a kind of vegetable, if I gotta flavor it.
I've never heard of them before.
They're not very common in America, not commercially, and not in this region especially.
That's probably why I've never heard of them.
Yeah. They're conceptually quite similar to,
oh wow,
a Brussels sprout.
This guy can actually do 2 damage to you.
Yeah, that happens.
At level 25. That's honestly just impressive.
Please give me enough characters. Oh no, I can't do Hentai Hater. I can only have Hentai Hate.
Well, we better just make sure he stays away from Deoxys.
Actually, you can keep all your moves. Fuck you.
Fair enough.
Bye. I'm not adjacent to any of them. I can't recruit it.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Ooh, Sneak Scarf.
It prevents you from waking up Pokemon that are sleeping on the field by walking next to them. Unfortunately, everybody else in your party can still wake them up. Hi, Bingle.
Oh no, Mist was sealed. Whatever will he do?
I don't know how we're gonna get through this dungeon anymore.
Neither do I. Frankly, I don't know how we would have gotten through it in the first place. We're gonna die here. Oh, hey, Corsola.
Oh, I can only recruit a Quillfish.
Oh, but there's also...
We have a Slowpoke.
I'm looking at the Kabuto.
Oh, I couldn't see it. It was behind the mic. I think we have a Kabuto.
Do we?
Maybe it died.
I think it might have died.
We could have an all-Kabuto party later if you'd like.
Kabuto's just a really cool Pokemon.
Yeah, he's like... Kabutops is one of my favorite Pokemon.
Yeah.
I don't know why. He's just cool.
It's really too bad that until Gen 4, he just kind of sucked, because he didn't really learn any rock-type moves. Because there weren't a whole lot of rock-type moves until Gen, 3 or 4. And he's very much a physical attacker, so water-type moves until the physical special split were useless.
Yeah.
You're putting Hentai Hate in a very dangerous position.
I was gonna kill this guy in a second. Don't worry about it.
Oh, that's true. You can powder snow. I was sitting there going, how? You can't even get close to him. You're confused.
Not anymore. I ate enough seeds that I was no longer confused. Interestingly enough, eating repeated confusion seeds...
Hey! Alright, cool. Well, I guess we know what we're getting here.
It does not refresh your confusion every seed.
Oh, fair. Weird, but good, I suppose. The bestest?
He's just bestest. He's a great Pokemon and I love him and I don't know why.
Too bad this isn't the remake and you can't just have 7 dudes with you.
I would have so many fucking Quillfish and they would all be the bestest.
It would just add another EST to the end for each one.
Oh no, it's raining. How nice.
It's a very misty rain. Which I will definitely take over the hail. The thunderstorming hail, yeah.
Hey, buddy.
Bye, Slowpoke. I don't think we ever got any King's Rocks to be able to, make Slowking or,
King's Rock is very difficult to get. But if you want one, I will find one for you.
I mean, I don't actually care.
God damn it, there's 2 things in here.
But they want to make sure you have to get experience for Endive.
What level does Pelipper evolve from?
It's pretty early. I want to say it's 24, 26, something like that.
Well, if he doesn't die, he has a chance.
That's true. That does require switching to him and making him the leader and taking him to
well, yeah, but I mean, if you want to evolve people, we can evolve them anytime.
Yeah, I also just don't really care.
Well, God, that's what Spikes does? I thought it was Pin Missile. Fuck. It's free food estate.
It is. I'm gonna bet that if you walked over that spike trap he just laid, it would hurt you still.
I think so.
It literally just makes a trap.
I believe so.
Which...
You gotta be careful saying that word with the filters.
Which, considering how... I don't know if enemies can even trigger traps. I feel like having spikes is not useful for anyone on your team.
It can be useful if you use it in a hallway.
But can enemies even trigger traps? Because I've never seen them do so.
I think they can trigger spikes, specifically if your team uses it. It might be team locked, I'm not sure.
Okay. Also, didn't you say that there was stuff
floor
that
15.
Floor 15, okay.
And also floor 25.
Okay.
Bye, Kabuto.
You can live this day.
I am a gracious and just master. Okay, have fun being sticky.
Oh no. The blowback orb is sticky.
Fine. I'm sure he's fine.
Poor little Endive just keeps getting sticky.
It's a metaphor for life. I'm gonna fuck the the vegetable.
Oh, hey, Anorith.
Fuck you, Anorith.
Yeah, I did find it weird that Gen 2 didn't introduce any more, fossils.
Yeah. But they were already doing quite a lot in that game.
Gen 4 introduce any fossils?
You got the spiky-headed boy and the shield plate man.
That's right. I was gonna say, I'm amazed that guy
Cranidos is a phenomenal Pokemon. I understand that he's, shitty, but I love him. He's such a... He's not a good Pokemon, he is a good Pokemon.
Yeah?
Not that he's viable, but, when it comes to Pokemon design and vibe, Cranidos is great. Also, I looked up the 3D artwork that they have for... Sorry. I looked up the 3D artwork they have for Rampardos' evolution, and it's so fucking bad. Rampardos is a cool looking Pokemon. He's got like spikes and nice little colors here and there.
Yeah.
And then like his 3D sprite has no details on it whatsoever.
Oh. That's
It's
unfortunate.
just doofy as fuck. Good job, Bestest. I know that's probably the state of like a lot of Pokemon that got 3D modeled, but Rampardos was so cool in 2D, and now he's just big and doofy.
Yeah. It's kind of... Actually, now that I think about it, I also find it a little weird that, you know, a lot of generations will go through and introduce, like, new evolutions to old Pokemon. Or, like, third evolutions or a baby form.
Gen 3 didn't add any of those, did it?
Gen 3... I don't remember if... Gen 3 added the incense. So a lot of Gen 2 Pokemon that didn't have babies got their babies in Gen 3.
What Gen 3 babies are there?
I thought that was like where you got not Azurill.
Is Azurill Gen 3?
I don't remember if it's Gen 3 or Gen 4, but
I thought Azurill was Gen 2.
No, that's it. No, it was Meryl and Azurill.
That's right, Meryl's not Gen 1.
No, I think...
okay, I think Azurill might be Gen 3. But, like, Munchlax is Gen 4, Happany's Gen 4, Bonsley's Gen 4.
Yeah, maybe it is Gen 4 where they added all of the babies, actually.
Gen 4 added a shitload of babies.
It was Gen 4. It was Gen 4 that did that, because Gen 3 was trying to be all new Pokemon, and then realized that they didn't have enough designs and started adding some of the older Pokemon. I don't think they made any new evolutions to...
Yeah, I was like, I don't remember any,
stages.
But Gen 3 I kind of skipped, so my memory's not the greatest.
Yeah, I think it was Gen 4 where they started really adding a bunch of new evolutions to things. And then that just kind of continued for a while, I feel like.
Yeah, well, Gen 5 didn't.
Well, yeah,
Gen 6 had Gen 6 didn't have many either, did it?
I guess not.
Gen 7 did.
Well, Gen 7 had alternate forms. And Gen 8 had more alternate forms. Because that's
the new standard.
Yeah, regional variants. So yeah, I guess it really was just Gen 4 where they looked back on...
They also added a ton of new evolutions. Like Rhyperior and Miss Magius.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Oh, I was thinking of the baby Pokemon.
Yeah, like they would either add... Like,
yeah, Gen 4 was a gold mine for baby and extra forms.
Yeah.
I just don't remember the rest of the gens as much. I know they had some.
I thought I remembered it being more of a thing across multiple gens, but now that I think about it, I guess it really was Gen 4.
It's not that they never added new evolutions to other Pokemon, but they never had as many as they did.
Yeah, and I feel like they would be more of like alternate evolutions rather than a third stage or a new first stage. Whereas Gen 4 just took a lot of single or two-stage Pokemon and gave them a baby or gave them a third stage. Sometimes both.
Yep.
Looking at you, Roselia.
Well, I mean, Gen 2 also added evolutions for some Pokemon, but...
Yeah, it added a couple...
Not to the degree of Gen... Nothing added evolutions and pre-evolutions as much as Gen 4, I don't think.
Yeah, it added a number of babies to several two-stagers.
We got Blissey.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking.
That's fair.
We got Blissey, not counting the babies like Smoochum and all that shit.
Yeah. I can't really think of any, like, obviously it gave alternate evolutions with the King's Rock. And, more evolutions.
Yeah. Oh, Politoed.
Yeah, Politoed as well. Another alternate.
Good job, Hentai Hate. We're gonna
But where I was going with this entire conversation was I always found it a little interesting that they, in the rush of creating like 3 3 stages for a lot of different Pokemon that were either single stagers or 2 stagers. None of the fossil Pokemon ever got alternate or additional stages.
Honestly, that's kind of fair. If you assume that by fossil Pokemon they've been much more heavily studied.
Yeah, I mean...
Also, you're not going to discover as much new content around ancient Pokemon as... I don't know.
It makes sense that they haven't, because, I mean, you're supposedly resurrecting new Pokemon, and that's why I like to believe that they're all rock, because it's not... because it's an imperfect resurrection, and it's just keeping some of the fossil record of it. I don't know. But, yeah, it's... I don't know. The fact that Aerodactyl is still a single stager, all of the fossil Pokemon are all still
they all
two-stagers.
got, like, Megas and shit like that, didn't they? Not all, but, like, Aerodactyl got a Mega.
Aerodactyl got a Mega. I don't think any other fossil Pokemon did. Not that I'm aware of, anyway. But yeah, I always just found that kind of interesting.
Yeah, I guess I always think of Pokemon as like, oh yeah, they just have every now and then they introduce new other ones. And the evolutions don't count.
No.
Although Gen 4 also had a shit ton of evolutions.
Well, yeah, and like the only gen after... So Gen 2 added evolutions, Gen 4 added 2 new evolutions, and then Gen 6 added an evolution. And there hasn't been anything else added since.
Yeah, even though they still have remaining types that fit their mode.
Yeah, like I'm waiting for my Dragon type Eevee.
Yeah.
Honestly, I feel like Sword and Shield would have been the perfect time for that, but oh well.
Ugh, dicks.
And it does feel kind of weird that they didn't add one for Sun and Moon, honestly. Sun and Moon felt like it should have a new, if not a new evolution, then at least a regional variant. But I don't know. I'm not a game designer. Yeah, there's still a lot that could be done for Eevee. Actually, I guess there's not that much else. If they wanted to stick with the schema of every evolution fits into like what would be considered a special typing from Gen 1 from Gen 3.
Yeah.
Which currently they all do. Except for, Eevee itself, which is normal.
How dare.
I think the only thing left would be Dragon.
Yeah, because we don't have Ice or Dark. We already got Ice and Dark.
Yeah, we got Ice, Dark, Psychic, Grass. I think the only thing left would be a Dragon, actually.
I can't believe it took them until Gen 4 to make a Grass-type evolution.
Yeah, that is weird. They even had a Grass Stone since Gen 1.
Yeah, they've had a Leaf Stone the whole time, and it's like, yeah, you can have the other 3 stones, but not that one. Fuck you.
Yeah, that was always weird. That always felt like it should have just been there from the beginning.
On the other hand, Leafeon's one of the greatest Pokemon, so I can't really fault them for waiting and making him perfect.
Yeah, I do really like that in the...
I love the Gen 4 evolutions.
I really like that in the newer generations, they just retconned a lot of the evolution
well, they
requirements
fucking introduce Ice Stones, like, come on.
Yeah, they just made it so that, where you were using these special areas to evolve? No, fuck that. Magnezone evolves via Thunderstone.
Oh, really? I didn't know they changed all of those, too.
Yeah, they changed everything.
Kick ass.
So, like, anything that was requiring a special area to evolve, it's just like, well, are you evolving because this is an electrified area? Well, then just use a fucking Thunderstone. Are you evolving because it's a grassy area? Leaf Stone. Icy
Dusk
area?
Stone.
Ice Stone.
Dusk Stone for, like, Dusclops' extra form.
I don't remember...
Did he? No, I'm thinking of the other ghost. Who the fuck was the ghost type that wasn't Miss Magius?
I don't know.
I thought there was somebody else who used to...
I mean, they...
Dusk Stone.
Yeah, they've got Dusk Stones.
Yeah, I know, but I'm trying to remember what evolved with it. It's not Miss Magius or Honchkrow.
Those are the only 2 I remember. They use one. No. Dawnstone is used on... Snorunt to make. It was
Frostlass?
Yeah, I remember that one because I always found it weird that it used a Dawnstone instead of a Duskstone. Yeah, that is actually kind of interesting that it still uses the friendship mechanic to make or to make Espeon and Umbreon rather than using a Dawnstone and a Duskstone.
Yeah, but
That one's kind of
as long as
interesting.
they still have friendship and other Pokemon also evolve by friendship, it's not as weird.
Well, it's also weird because, like...
Now there's also affection.
Yeah, there's also now affection, and, like, in the newer games, it is not as clear as how to create higher affection versus higher friendship. Like, in Gen 6, it was very clearly a different thing. That you actually had a gauge to be able to read. So it made sense there, but that has not been a thing since Gen 6. So it's a little odd.
So there's a lot of Pokemon we can get here. Do I not have Waterfall on Schleem? What the fuck?
Do you have
Do I
Waterfall
have
at all?
Waterfall? This might have been one of the ones where I forgot to bring a key and then we never got it.
That's entirely possible.